Have you ever spent an hour or more going through hundreds of photos, carefully selecting the ones that you want to edit, only for your computer to crash or run out of battery and then lose all that work? I know a professional photographer that this literally happened to last week. And the reason that it happened is because she was using completely the wrong tool for the job. In this video, I'm going to show you a completely free program that you probably never even looked twice at, and it's called Adobe Bridge. I'll walk you through exactly how I use it to cull, organize, and rate my photos before they ever touch Lightroom, so that your editing workflow becomes faster, lighter, and way less painful. And if you stick around to the end, I'll show you the one feature in Adobe Bridge that will save you gigabytes of space on your hard drive without you having to manually delete anything. My name is Hannah and I'm an ocean lifestyle photographer based in Queensland, Australia. I make videos sharing photography tips and helping you to become more confident and creative with your camera. If this sounds like the sort of thing you're into, hit subscribe. So the first thing we're going to need to do is to get some photos to edit. I just so happen to have some fresh shots from an evening at the beach the other day that are still on my SD card that will be perfect for this tutorial. To show you this, I'm going to need to jump onto my computer. So let's go. The first thing I'm going to do is go to my hard drive here and I'm going to go to the current year. And we're going to create a new folder for this month, which was April, which is the 4th month of the year. I like to do this so that they come up in chronological order. And then I'm going to create a new folder for this batch of images. So I'm going to put the date backwards, so 2026, the 4th month, and these were taken on the 14th. And then I'm just going to write a description, something like that. Then I'm going to go to where all the photos are and just copy them over. So now I'm moving the photos from my SD card onto my hard drive. Now that they are in this folder on my hard drive, we're going to open Adobe Bridge. So this is what the Bridge interface looks like, and we're just going to scroll here to find the exact folder in my hard drive where I've just put these images. So rather than importing these images to Lightroom, which is going to take up lots of space and memory in Lightroom, I can basically click on each image and press the spacebar button on my keyboard, and I'm going to be able to view each image in full screen. This gives me the best possible view to actually look through my photos and decide which ones I want to keep. I'm just going to use the arrow keys on my keyboard to have a look through these photos. Now, any that I think that I might like to keep, like this one for example, I want to be super generous here. I'm going to give a 1-star rating, and I'm simply going to do this by pushing the 1 button on my keyboard. If we press escape, you can see that this image now has a star next to it, whereas this one doesn't. So this is the rating system that I'm going to use for any image that I think I might want to keep. So I'm just going to go through all my photos and I'm just going to give a 1 star to any that I think I might like to keep. Let's speed this up. As you can see, I was trying out a few slow shutter images here. So I am going to have lots of throwaways, but we do want to be super generous with this phase because we want to make sure that we're not getting rid of any photos that there is any chance that we might want to keep in the future. Okay, so now we've come back to the beginning. I can press the escape button and you can see here I've got some images that have a 1 star next to them and then some that don't have anything. Now when I import all these photos into Lightroom, they're going to have this star rating. So I've shown you how to select and rate your photos, but what about all the photos that we definitely don't want to edit? Right now, they're just taking up unnecessary space on my hard drive, and over time, this can really add up. I can see them here on my hard drive, but for me to go through and manually select and delete these files would take forever. Let me show you how you can quickly delete these files directly from Adobe Bridge. So it's simply a case of going to this filter icon here and clicking on Show Unrated Items Only. This will show just the images that I didn't give a star rating to. These are the ones that I am happy to be completely deleted. Then I just want to select all of these. I'm going to use the keyboard shortcut Command A to select all, then right click on them and click on Move to Bin. And then you just have to confirm that that's what you want to do. And now these files are no longer on your hard drive. Now I've selected all the photos that I potentially want to edit, I can load these images into Lightroom. The reason we don't want to just load all of our photos into Lightroom is because the moment you import files into Lightroom, whether you choose to delete them or not, they become part of the Lightroom catalogue. And if you shoot a lot like me, your Lightroom catalogue can get very big very quickly, which slows down not only Lightroom itself, but also your entire computer. We've all seen the rainbow pinwheel of death that just loves to come out when you've got a pressing deadline. Now, of course, Adobe Bridge does use some memory to function, but you can easily clear this cache with one click in the settings. I hope these tips help you to feel more confident with your photo files and organisation. If you have any questions, let me know in the comments, and most importantly, stay safe and have fun.